Bahasham Ha Rocha Kodash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Double honors to my elder apostle, Ahdawam Ban Yasharala of the Lions Den camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. Shalom to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm Nakar Kharab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den camp of Yasharala here in Jacksonville, Florida. And now today I'll be coming out with a lesson. And the title of this lesson is Ishaw, Ahdawam will fail. Because as you know, this devil has a pipe dream, or he has a vision that he is planning to implement in the earth. And the truth of the matter is, it is not going to come to fruition. He will fail. So without further ado, let's get right into it. This is Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him." So, of course, we know this devil coming down with great wrath. So he knows that he has but a short time. But it's going to come to a point where he's going to try to touch the apple of the Lord's eye. He's going to get 2/3 of our people. He's going to try to come at the believers, those who stand for the Lord. And that's when this devil is going to fear the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's when the Lord is going to what? Lift up a standard, lift up a protection, a defense against this devil when he comes rushing in like a flood, when he's coming in to try and completely overtake those who stand and believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And this is just part or a piece, whichever terminology that you want to use, of this devil failing. Because again, when this devil come in like a flood, rushing up on the hopeful elect, that's when the Lord is going to give his angels charge over Akim and Akwathium, and Akim spiritual powers, and give Akim spiritual powers, which is going to be part of this devil's failure to try and seize the people of the Lord in totality, to try and destroy us. Well, let's continue. So this devil is he's bound to fail. He will fail. Ishaw, Ahdawam will fail. Let's continue. Let's go to Job chapter 20. Verse 4. "Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth?" So this is something that's been always known since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. So the triumphing of the wicked, the victory of the wicked, the wicked enjoying, we'll say, the dainties and the fatness and the amenities and the wealth of the earth. Guess what? They don't rule for very long. And if you look at and read the scriptures, every time there was a wicked ruler, he did not rule for very long before the Lord removed them out of the way. So the triumphing of the wicked is short. They only have a short, small time in whatever power of position and or authority that they're in. And the joy of the hypocrite is only but for a moment, meaning it does not last. Wickedness will not last. It will not be established forever, like righteousness will be established forever. But this is the failing of this devil, because this devil is wicked, and their triumphing is only but for a short time, only for a small time. Their joy is only for a moment. Verse 6. "Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach the clouds." So though this devil gets very powerful, has gotten very powerful, his excellency has reached up into the clouds. He got all kind of things up in the firmaments, space stations, satellites, whirly birds, helicopters, flying machines, all that. And again, this devil just being put up in a very high position of power. Though his excellency mounts up to the clouds. Verse 7, it says, "Yet shall he perish forever, like his own dung. They which see him shall say, Where is he?" So though this devil is in a position of authority right now, and supposedly a position of power at the moment, this devil is still going to perish like its own dung. And we know where dung goes when you're done with it. You flush it away and you don't never ever see it again. Well, that's how it's what's going to happen to this devil. Everything that this devil is planning is going to fail. And those that see him, such as we see this devil, it's going to get to a point where we're going to be like, who is or what is a Ishaw? Who is or what is a Ahdawam? You know? They're going to be like, people are going to be wondering where this devil is at. The Lord's going to remove this devil out of the earth. Verse 8, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision in the night. So this devil is going to fly away like a dream. When we notice when you're having dreams, most dreams you don't remember. You can't even remember them. That's how this devil is going to go away. So everything that this devil is planning is going to fail. He's going to fly away like a dream and shall not be found. He's going to be chased away as a vision in the night, meaning quickly forgotten about. Verse 9, the eye also would see him shall see him no more, neither shall his place behold him any more behold him. So this devil one day is not going to be in power. And we see the waning of this devil's power now. That's why he got to rush in like he's going to do. That's why he's coming down with great wrath and trying to push draconian measures and various things. But it is all going to fail. He will not succeed in what he thinks he's going to succeed in. And we're not going to see this devil. And neither again will he reach the power seat of authority or to rule the earth anymore. That's why it says, neither shall his place anymore behold him. He's not going to be in power. He's going to be put back in his rightful place. Ishaw / Ahdawam will be put back in their rightful place. Because Ishaw is a niggard. Just look at how the earth is ran. Look at the government systems and how things are set up. Look at the super wealthy rich. Look at what they got, and look at how it's look at the dynamics of everything. It's proof that they're not fit for it. They're not fit for rulership. But the Lord let this little bit of wickedness go first. That's why the triumphing of the wicked is short. So we're gonna let this bull crap go first, and then after this bull crap, guess what? All righteousness forever, and that's when it's gonna really be fire. Because everything gonna be right. Right now, everything is wrong. But let's continue. I'm going to jump to verse 11. It says, his bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. So this devil's bones, his bones are full of the sins of his youth, meaning everything that this devil has committed, the atrocity that he's committed towards the children of Israel and against Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He's still that's still gonna be with him. As a matter of fact, he carries that around now. It's like a badge. His bones is full of the sins of his youth, and guess what? They're gonna lie down with him when the Lord put this devil down, take this devil out of power. This devil is gonna fall victim to the Lord's judgment, and all his sins that he's committed is gonna be a witness against him. Verse 12. It says, though his wickedness, let me read that again. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of asps within him. So though this devil love his wickedness be sweet in his mouth, he always speaking about wicked, evil, sinful things. He hides these things under his tongue. He speaks with a forked tongue. Though this devil spared and he don't forsake it. He don't walk away from the wickedness. Ishaw does not walk away from the wickedness. Ahdawam stays upon the wickedness. He keeps it still in his mouth, staying speaking hurtful, deceitful, destructive words. Trying to put stigmas on people and nations and places. Yet his meat in his bowels is turned. So everything that he has gained in his bowels is it's like he's going to have an upset stomach. It's like everything that he has swallowed down, everything that he has gained is going to be like poison to him. and it's going to destroy him. That's why it says, yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of asps within him. Everything, his words, everything, it's going to be a poison unto him. Everything he do now is a detriment to himself. Verse 15, he hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh shall cast him out of his belly. So this devil has raped, robbed, pillaged, stolen, murdered, whatever terminology that you want to use, spoiled for riches. And he has swallowed these riches down. He's taken these by the edge of the sword, the blessing that he was given. But the Lord is going to make him vomit it up again. When the Lord gut check him and make him give everything back. The Lord is going to cast the riches and everything that this devil has stolen out of his belly, meaning take everything from him. That this devil has stolen, the Lord is going to take it from this devil by force and return it to its rightful owners. Let's continue. I'm going to jump down to verse 17. He says, he shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. So this devil is not going to see anything that he is setting up now come to fruition. He's not going to realize the vision in full totality. It won't work. He's going to get a little bit of piece of whatever up and running, and then Yahweh Shai going to show up and wipe him out. So this devil ain't finna be able to relish and sit back and do that. You know, that exhale, that breathe in and you breathe out, and then, okay, I finally got what I wanted. It ain't going to happen. Verse 18, that which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. So everything that this devil is labored for, he's going to restore it. Because why? Because he stole it. He took it. It wasn't something that was given. He didn't earn it. He stole it. He killed for it. It is what it is. All the substance. He's not going to swallow it down, meaning no more enjoying, no more hoarding riches unto yourself, unto this devil. This devil, he ain't going to be able to do any of those things. And it says, according to his substance shall the restitution be. And this devil has literally stolen everything he has. Ishaw or Ahdawam has stolen everything by sneaky, deceitful, destructive, underhanded measures. So according to his substance shall the restitution be. So that means the devil is going to lose everything. And it says, and he shall not rejoice therein. This devil is not going to enjoy losing. He's not going to enjoy being put back in his rightful place, which is poor, busted, broken, disgusted. Verse 19, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not. That's what this devil does. He oppresses and forsakes the poor. He is forsaken, and the poor, what? The poor of Yasharallah, our people, we the poor. He is forsaken our people. Just look at the hurdles and the hoops and the red tape that our people have to go through just to get a little bit of help. That's forsaking the poor. Because this devil, what? He has violently taken away an house. Just look at what he does around the four corners of the earth. Look at what he doing over there in Africa. Why you think them Hamites are like, no, you got to get from over here. You're doing too much. He violently takes away an house. Just look at what's going on over there. Straight up. We already know what's going on over there in the east. That's violently taking away a house that he did not build. Verse 20, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desires. So it's going to come upon this devil is not going to feel quietness in his belly. This devil is not going to be able to relish and or look back and be able to appreciate everything that he is set up to enjoy it. That's why it says he's not going to feel quietness in his belly. He ain't going to be able to be comfortable. He ain't going to be able to do what he normally would be able to do. He's not going to save of that which he desires. I mean, he's not going to really get a chance to enjoy that which he desires, which is to have the earth rid of Yasha Allah and the earth ruled in a satanic, wicked rulership. Ultimately, he's not going to get a chance to enjoy none of that. Therefore shall none of his meat be left, Therefore shall no man look for his good. So when the Lord come through and wipe the slate clean of this devil ain't nobody gonna desire any inventions, any whatever this devil has to offer. No one is gonna desire it. No one is gonna look for the goods of this devil. They ain't gonna be like in the kingdom, dang boy, I sure wish I could buy a Chevy. Nah, it ain't gonna be none of that. These other nations, nobody ain't gonna be worrying about none of that in the kingdom. The Lord is gonna do away with this devil and everything that he's created. The Lord is gonna do away with it. Verse 22, it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency shall he be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. So in the fullness of this devil's sufficiency, right when he think everything is good, he's going to be in straits. He's going to be in a position of, he's going to be powerless. When he think everything good, he's going to be powerless. And we see that right now. We see signs of that right now in similences. And every hand of the wicked is upon him. Everything that he has ever done is going to come back on him. And these other nations are going to get their lick in as well. This devil's sins is going to come back to haunt him. And it's going to come in the form of judgment by Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. Ishaw, Ahdawam, Salakia, will fail. Verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So when this devil is about to fill his belly, right when this devil think he's finna get everything set up and everything good, and he can finally be like, right when he get ready to try to take that exhale, and I finally got everything like I wanted, the Lord is going to cast his fury, his wrath upon this devil while he is eating, and rain it upon this devil's head, meaning the Lord going to show up and break this devil like dishes. Right when he think he got everything in place, and he's like, finally, Yahweh Shah shows up. Game over. Lose, and the Lord gonna come, and the Lord gonna come unplug his TV. Snatch the controllers out. Delete his game data. Yeah, get rid of the whole account. That's what the Lord gonna do. This devil is going to fail. Period. Job 18, verse 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. Ain't gonna be no more Ishaw. Ain't gonna be no more Ahdawam. The Lord gonna snuff that out. He gonna stop all of that. The light of the wicked shall be put out. And we know what that light means. The Lord finna be taking spirits back to where they come from. It says the light shall be dark in his tabernacle. Ain't gonna be no more house of Ahdawam running around, building stuff, doing all this other stuff. Verse 7, the steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. So the steps of this devil's strength is going to be straightened, meaning weak, in a position of powerlessness. And his own counsel shall cast him down. And that's going on right now. These devils are divided. They be telling on each other and everything. Casting each other down, throwing each other under the bus. You know. But let's continue. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. So this devil is cast into a net by his own feet. The same thing that he did in the earth, he is going to fall victim to it. He walketh upon a snare, and the Lord got this devil set up. So in any way or anywhere this devil moves or try to do anything, it's a snare. The Lord got him trapped. The Lord got this devil. It's a game of chess. Guess what? The Lord got check, and he finna check. He say check and then mate. He finna checkmate this devil. So this devil is trapped. It says the jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. So the jinn, the trap, is going to take this devil by the heel. Everything that this devil is setting up, he's going to fall for it. He digging the ditch, he going to be the one to fall in and get buried. Or digging a hole. And it says, and the robber shall prevail against him. These other nations looking to take from this devil. and they're gonna prevail. They're gonna get something. They're gonna be able to get something from this devil on his way down. They're doing it now. Verse 10: the snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. So a snare is laid for this devil. So it's already set up for this devil to fail. Ishaw, Ahdawam will fail. Period. No, verse 11, and I'm going to go to my next point. Terror shall make him afraid on every side and shall drive him to his feet. Terror is making this devil afraid, and it's driving him to his feet, making him move funny. Well, making him move in haste, I should say, not move funny, because this devil has always been moving funny for as long as I can remember. You know. But terrors is making this devil afraid. The chariot showing up, this truth being out here, those are terrors to this devil. Ahdawam don't like the truth. Ishaw, he hate the truth. He would rather lie and speak evil than to speak good. He would rather do evil than to do good. But let's continue. Let's go to Job 27. Verse 13. It says, this is the portion of a wicked man with Yahweh, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. So if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword. So every time this devil calls himself multiplying himself, making more of himself, it is just for the sword. When he having babies, it's just for the sword. It's what? Kindle for the fire. And his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. So this devil's offspring ain't even finna be satisfied. They suffering. I'm going to jump down to verse 16. It says, though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver. So though this devil heaps up silver, riches as dust, because there'll be a lot of dust, this devil prepares raiment as the clay, prepares all these things that he thinks he's going to have and deal with. He gonna prepare it, but guess what? It's the just is gonna put it on, meaning the righteous are gonna partake in those treasures that this devil has been storing up. And the innocent are gonna divide the silver, meaning this devil's riches that he has stolen will be divided amongst the righteous, the innocent of our people, the nation of our people. Compared to this devil, yeah, we innocent, but Jake ain't innocent. 2/3 of our people, they still gonna get broke, smashed like cookies, because they want to be wicked and follow this devil. But the riches are going to be given back to Yasha Allah, because that's where it belongs. Let's continue. Job 36. And verse 6. It says, he preserveth not the life of the wicked, but giveth right to the poor. So the Lord does not preserve the life of the wicked, but he gives right unto the poor, unto the righteous. He withdraweth not his eyes from the righteous, but with kings are they on the throne. Yea, he doth establish them forever, and they are exalted. So the Lord does not ever cease from watching the righteous. And when it comes down to kings, though they may be on thrones, it is the Lord that established these kings on the throne. So the Lord put this devil in power. And this devil, and the Lord's going to take this devil out of power. The Lord puts in power who he wants and takes out of power who he wants. If a king or a person is exalted, the Lord allowed it. He did it. But let's continue. Then showeth he them their work and their transgression that they have exceeded. He openeth also their ear to discipline, and commandeth that they return Salakia from iniquity. So not only does the Lord lift up somebody to be a leader or a king, I think I skipped one. Salakia. Verse 8. Then I'm going to go back. I skipped verse 8. Salakia. It says, and if they be bound in fetters and be holden in cords of affliction, then he showeth them their work and their transgression that they have exceeded. So if a king or a monarch or whatever terminology that you want to use for authority, if they be bound in fetters and holding with cords of affliction, they go into slavery, get taken down out of power. Guess what? That's the Lord showing these leaders their transgressions that they have exceeded. And the Lord is going to do the same thing to this devil. He's going to show this devil, you screwed up. You messed up big time. Verse 10. He openeth also their ears to discipline and commandeth that they return from iniquity. So not only does the Lord punish a ruler and take him down, he also give him a chance to understand and to know that they were wrong. And the Lord is doing that with this devil. That's why this devil is going to fail, because this devil has stopped his ears. Like the deaf adder, he's not listening. Let's continue. Verse 11. If they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasure. So if a ruler obeys Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, that ruler will rule for a very long time. It says what? They shall spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasure. When you follow Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua the right way. But this devil doesn't do that. He does this. But if they obey not, they shall perish by the sword, and they shall die without knowledge. So this devil has not done what is required of him by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So guess what's going to happen? He's going to perish by the sword. The same blessing that the Lord gave him, the Lord's going to use it on this devil and get him out of here. And he's going to what? He's going to finish with all this living without knowledge. But the hypocrites in heart heap up wrath. They cry not. When he bindeth them, they die in youth, and their life is among the unclean. So this devil, he's a hypocrite. This devil heaps up wrath, but guess what? They don't turn from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. They don't cry when he bindeth them. When the Lord put it on this devil, or anybody in particular that's being contrary to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, this devil just doesn't learn. But let's continue. Oh yeah, and they die in youth, and their life is among the unclean. So this devil cuts himself short. People that's living wicked basically cut themselves short. Instead of living long, they get up out of here quick because they were being wicked and being evil. Okay, I'm at 28 minutes. Let's go to Psalm chapter 5. This is Psalm chapter 5, verse 4. It said, for thou art not a God that hath pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee. So the Lord does not have pleasure in wickedness anyway. Yahweh, he does not have pleasure in wickedness. He don't even like it. He hates it. He tells us to eschew wickedness. And it says, neither shall evil dwell with thee. So nothing evil can dwell in the sights of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua or around him, or say or claim that they're of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It just does not work. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. So this devil, he's foolish. He's not going to stand in the sight of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. He's not going to stand in his presence. This devil is not going to be on the good side of the Heavenly Father. And it says what? And the Heavenly Father hatest all workers of iniquity. And this devil is a worker of iniquity. Psalms chapter 7, verse 9. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just. For the righteous God Yahweh trieth the hearts and reins. So it says, oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. So this devil is bound to fail, because Ishaw or Ahdawam is the border of wickedness. It says, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. So this devil will fail and be stopped. But the Lord is going to establish the just, because it is the Heavenly Father that tries the reins and the heart. He tries that. Verse 11, Yahweh judges the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. So the Lord judges the righteous according to their righteousness, but he is always angry with the wicked every day. And the Lord is angry with this devil. He's very angry with this devil. It says, if he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready. So the Lord is polishing up his wrath, his judgment, to come upon this devil in the form of fire that's going to come from nuclear armaments. Verse 13, the Lord is sharpening his sword up, getting it ready. Salakia. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordaineth his arrows against the persecutors, Salakia. So the Lord has prepared for this devil the instruments of death. And what is the Lord's instruments of Mawath? ICBM. That's going to cause the besom of destruction. What the Lord is going to use to sweep this place with from one end to the other end. Devastation, annihilation, and obliteration of the wicked, sinful kingdom that the Lord has his eyes upon, that he says he's going to destroy from off the face of the earth. Let's continue. Verse 14, it says, behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. So this devil, he travaileth with iniquity. He wrestles with iniquity. He sows into iniquity. Salakia. And this devil has conceived all kind of mischief and brought forth falsehoods, all kind of lies and deceits. Just look at what's going on. People are so confused and off that when you present the truth to them, they think it's a lie. And they think that the lie that they believe is the truth. This devil has put forth falsehoods. Verse 15. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down on his own pate. So Ishaw, he's going to fall into the pit that he digged. Those same traps and everything that he set up to mess up the children of Israel, the Negroes, the Latinos, the Native Americans, Yasha Allah. This devil is falling into the same ditch which he made. The same hole, the same pit, the same trap which he made. This devil is falling into it. This devil's mischief is going to come upon his own head. And his violent dealing is going to come down on his own pate. All this stuff that this devil has been doing, dealing violently, being treacherous, all that's coming back. You gotta get back what you put in. You get out what you put in. The Lord is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. That's why this devil is going to fail. Last point, Psalms 55. Verse 23. But thou, O Yahweh, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee. So the Lord is going to bring this devil down into the pit of destruction. This devil is going to fail. And it says, bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days. This devil is a bloody and deceitful man. So he's not going to live out half his days. This devil is going to get cut short. That's really what this is. He ain't going to have time to rule. Again, the triumphing of the wicked is only but for a moment. But the righteous are going to trust in Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. And we know that this devil is failing because we can see it. This is beyond this devil trying to run damage control. Now he just going to try to just change up the whole program. But even that ain't going to work. Ishaw, Ahdawam will fail. Shalom.